I'll be showing you guys how to use Adobe Photoshop CS6. And I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. And before we start, go ahead and leave a lovely like in the description, which helps me grow out my channel and make you guys more videos. So before we start, I didn't do my giveaway yet. I'm still thinking of one. I know it's been a little late, but I will for sure get one. You guys may be beginners. This is only for a beginner's guide. So if you're advanced or you're professional, then you can take these tips, but they're not going to be as helpful because you probably know all of these. So we're gonna go ahead and import a photo. So the first thing you want to go and do is go into File and click Open. As you can tell, I am on a Mac. That's okay. You may be on a Windows. Adobe Photoshop is basically it's just a program, so it works exactly the same, except you may have different shortcuts and different like places to find stuff. So I'm gonna go to File and Open. It can be Command O. Everything's different on a Mac, of course, than a Windows would. So just find your way, get there, and you should do the same. So I'm gonna go into Pictures, and I'm gonna go ahead and select one. So I'm gonna go with just a simple wallpaper. We're gonna do I'm gonna just show you these four tools right here, and then I'm gonna go next, like the next tutorial, all these tools, and then the next day, and then the next day, and then I keep on making more tutorials. Although it's gonna be a little organized, so that's gonna be good. So I'm going to select let's see, I'm gonna go with this one. We'll go with this one just because of this really nice, beautiful wallpaper. So it's really Photoshop is really simple to use in a way, but if you're a beginner, it might be like, well, I just open it. What do I do? Like, this looks very it's like, what do I do? So it's not that hard really. So right here, if you click on this, it gives you a like a little notification that says Move Tool, and then it gives you the shortcut key, which is V. So if you're working with this and you click V on your keyboard, then it just switches back to Move key, or to the Move tool. And Move basically allows you to move, let's see. I know you guys are like, well, what did he just do? But what this does, it basically allows you to move a picture. If you click and drag, normally click and drag, it allows you to move the canvas, which is the image right here, and to accept it or to place it there. You can't just leave it there because then it's, you can't. So you're gonna have to click this check mark right there, or just on your computer. If you're on a Mac, press Command Enter, or if you're in a Windows, press Control Enter, and that will do the same. If you want to edit or transform the picture, you'll go to Command T for the shortcut. Again, these are shortcuts. I'm gonna be doing more shortcuts, but to keep it easy for you guys, I'm gonna go into edit, and then you want to make sure you have your layer selected. I'm gonna be doing different tutorials, so just keep it simple. Don't go all crazy. So to transform this, you want to go into edit, and then you want to go to free transform. If you go to transform, this basically gives you more options that you would transform. Free transform basically allows you to transform it to however you'd like, and not having it a specific dimension. So if you were to scale it, you can actually just scale it like this. But if you notice, it kind of moves the whole entire image. So what you do is you hold down Shift, and then you click and drag on any of these four corners. You can do it like this, but it just moves the top and the bottom, so that doesn't work. So just make sure it's on the corner. Shift, click, and drag, and that will just stay in proportion. So that is nice to know. So we go back to edit and free transform. Free transform is everything in here. Rotate, you can rotate the image like this and whatnot. You can also just right click on this and have the same options as you would with edit. So you can go to rotate. I already told you that. You can go to screw. No one really uses screw as much, so I'm not gonna really talk about it, so just move on to that. So you can go into perspective. Now perspective, let me just check that. So Command T to go into transform, and if you go into perspective, you can change if you click and drag, you can also shift, but if you shift, it kind of gives you that really cool proportion. Now as you move up your mouse, then it kind of gives you, it narrows it down. So if you were to look from far away, you're just sliding it from, you're holding down shift and you click on one of these corners, so shift click. So shift, hold down shift, and then you click and drag it left and right to make it like this. That's pretty cool. You can also do it right here. There's also another one. If you click, hold down shift and click, this will allow you to do it like this, like a parallelogram. If I said that correctly, you can, do it like this from the bottom, from the side. If you move it up, it's gonna go like this. So, it has all its, unique features. And then we have warp, which basically warps it. This is better for, like, if you were to, warp something like a face or something, have it in a good, position, then you could do that. So, of course, that's not going to be the best for this picture. So, that's everything in the transform, but that is what move does. So, yeah. This is it's like rectangular marquee tools. They're marquee tools. And a marquee tool, let me delete, well, I have to do this, Command J. Command J basically copies the layer from the bottom. Again, I'm gonna do that layers in a different tutorial. So, the rectangular marquee tool, if you click and drag, just click and drag, this will select or give you a marching ants, in other words, Photoshop speaking. Marching ants, which basically anything in here will be affected. So if you were to paint something, let me go ahead and select my brush. I'm gonna make it bigger, hardness. So if you were to color something, only in this selected marquee tool or margin will be affected, but nothing else on the outside. So if I were to paint on the outside, nothing will be affected. But if you paint inside the margin, then it will be affected. So that's really cool feature that Photoshop has. Now, I didn't tell you this, but the features in Photoshop CS6 probably has it in CS5 and CS4. I don't know beyond that, like CS3 and CS2. So I would just stay updated if you can. So yeah, that basically does that and whatnot. So I'm just gonna Command D to unselect that. If you were to go to edit and go down to image, there should be a there we go, the deselect, so it should be clear. Clear basically clears everything that's inside the margin, which is a really cool, unique feature. So yeah, let's go ahead and take that off for right now. So these are basically just tools, different kinds of tools. This is the Lasso tool, which it's kind of like a lasso tool, if that makes any sense. But if you were to select, say you wanted to select the rims of this car, you can just click and draw around it. Just click and drag around this. I did a really terrible job. And this basically creates a margin like I showed you last time, or previously. It's like a marquee tool, and you can do anything you want in here. You can affect anything that's inside of this. So if you were to like, you can do layer via copy. This will copy, this will copy a, just this right here. It'll just copy the rims. So that is a really cool feature. So you can see right here, if you switch back to the move tool, which is V, you can click and drag, and there you go. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna delete that by pressing delete. Delete. Oh goodness. How do I delete it? Let's see. I forgot it. Let's see. Delete. Delete layer 2. I don't know why my delete key wasn't working. But yeah, you can go to click on it and click delete right here. But yeah, that's how it works. That's just a lasso tool. It's just like a free tool. Polygonal lasso tool. Let me zoom into this picture. Polygonal tool. If you were to click on this, you can see once you click, and I'm not holding down anything, I'm just moving my mouse. It's like point to point, kind of like connect the dots in a way. So like if you wanted to select this, it works better for straight lines. So if you were to select this elevator little place, you can just click. All you're doing is left clicking, and you would just go like this, like that. You're just clicking until you get to the very to the start point, and once you move your mouse over, it will give you a little circle right there. and you click that again, and again it created a margin or marching ants, and whatever you do inside here will be affected. You can also just right click layer via copy to copy whatever is in here. You can create a new layer from that. You can also deselect. That's how you go. That's how you deselect. You right click on it and you click deselect. No matter what you're doing, if it's a margin or marching ants, you could right click inside of it and click deselect, or the easy shortcut Command D or Control D. So yeah, that's really cool. And that's basically it. Now the magnetic lasso tool is an interesting one because if you were to select something that's more tightly tight, so like say the it won't work very good if there's a lot of contrast, like it's really dark in some places, like right here you can't even see where it starts. So this won't be a good selection. So I'm gonna start with the windows. So if all you gotta do is just like the polygonal tool, you just click and you drag, and it's gonna magnetize in a way whatever you're dragging to. So if you mess up, you're basically screwed. So you have to go let's see, what is it? I know this one. It's shift. Whoops. What is it? Oh crap. Okay, let's redo that. So you click and you just move your mouse along whatever you're gonna be selecting, and this just selects it freely, and you click again and you click again to move it like point to point, and you can just select this mirror right there. So let me do this really quickly. I don't want to spend too much time. So once you've all around it and you click, it's going to show a little circle. You click on that, and again it brings up the margin. So that's basically it. Now this is the quick selection tool. The quick selection tool, if you right click or if you click and drag, it will highlight whatever is in it. But let me zoom out. You can tell that this isn't the very best one. I don't really use this because it kind of sucks. But you can select like a high contrast, but that it doesn't really work with dark colors. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with a new picture. So file open, and I'm gonna go with, I don't know, with this one right here. As you can tell, I like BMWs. So let's not save that. So say I wanted to select these right here. You would just click and drag, and you can see it selected just by clicking. You can click and drag to make it even bigger. As you can see, it creates margins again, like marching ants. That's what it's called, marching ants. So whatever you do, inside is going to be affected. You can also copy it to whatever, paint, text, whatever is going to be in here. But, you can affect everything. Like if you were to go to image adjustments, contrast, you can change the brightness in here if you wanted to. And that really works really well. So, yeah, this isn't a very good feature. Like, if you just want to select this, it works. It sometimes works good and sometimes it doesn't. So, yeah. But that's pretty much it. The magic wand tool. Basically, this is not the good one as well. These two are not the best. But if you click, it selects a lot of the high contrasted colors, which is the bright colors. And that's not good, because if you're just to select, I just want to select this window, well, you can, but you can see that it's like all messed up and it's only selecting the high colors or the contrast. So I wouldn't do this. So yeah. Then we have finally our crop tool. So let me zoom out. When you let's see right there. I can't really, well, whatever. The crop tool, when you click on it, you can click and drag. You can see it gives you these corners and whatnot, but they're not marching ants. You can just click and drag up or down. And whatever is in here, as you can see, just grayed out. That means it's not going to be part of the image once you crop it out. That means this is going to be cropped out, and this is what's going to be cropped in. So if you were to click and drag like this, move it however you like. You can also move it the entire image. You're not moving the actual the crop margin, whatever you're gonna call it. It doesn't move that. You can only move the image to however you want it. Say I only wanted like the car. You can just click and drag like that, and then drag down, and then you click check or command enter, control enter, and that will crop it down to this. Now, if you don't like the little selected area, you right click and well, no, you press command D. Oh no, you can't press you can't deselect on crop because you're cropping an image. You can't just deselect it. So yeah, if you just want to deselect it, well, hit my microphone. You would just press V for the shortcut because it's the move tool, and that will take it off. But yeah, so if you right click, you can reset the crop, and this basically just resets it to back to its normal form, just like this. So if you mess something up, you can just right click and click reset crop. So I'll get more into detail. So and last but not least is the eyedropper tool. The eyedropper tool, if you go into anywhere here, say you wanted to sample this color, you have your color panel right here, and if you don't have it, you go into window, you go into color, and since it's checked, that means I do have it on my right side. You click color or F6 to bring it up, and if you messed up like with the stuff here, you can go to window, workspace, and reset essentials, and that will reset Photoshop to its normal original format. So yeah, if you wanted to sample a color, you can just click and drag, and this is a new feature in CS6 that CS5 does not have, where it has this little color wheel and gives you like a sample or a preview of the color that you're sampling from. So like say I wanted this color right here, you got the colors and the place numbers. You got your reds, greens, and blues. You got your swatches where you can change colors. And yeah, this samples the whole entire color. If you click it, normal click, as in left click, you get the actual, I don't know what this is called, but you get this code right here which brings up the color, which is really nice if you're going to be doing lots of paintings and stuff. So my next tutorial, I'll be doing these. I'll do these 4 and then these next 4 on the next tutorial, so I don't make it all long. So if this actually helped you in any way, then don't forget to leave a like, and I will see you guys in my next video.